Right now, your mind can either be your greatest weapon or your worst enemy. Every challenge, failure, and obstacle is testing your mental strength. Most people crumble under pressure, letting fear and doubt control them. But those who truly succeed don't give in. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, they train their minds to stay firm in the face of adversity. And once you do the same, nothing can stop you. The reality is, many people don't realize how much control they actually have over their minds. They let their emotions dictate their actions, trapping them in a cycle of frustration and failure. They react impulsively, driven by temporary emotions like anger, sadness, or fear. But rarely do they take the time to step back and think critically about how they want to respond. What if you could break that cycle? What if you could learn to stay strong, even when everything seems to go against you? That's not something you're born with. It's something you build. The most successful people have trained their minds to be unshakable. And today, I'm going to show you how to do it. Life will test you. There will be moments when giving up seems like the only way out. But those moments don't define your future. What truly matters is how you respond to them. The difference between success and failure is not in talent or luck, but in the ability to keep moving forward, the ability to choose how you react in any situation, whether you embrace the challenge or let it defeat you. Let's start with the first key. Key 1, embrace discomfort. The first key to building an unbreakable mindset is simple, but most people avoid it at all costs. Embracing discomfort. Our brain is wired to seek comfort and avoid pain. This instinct is a survival mechanism, meant to keep us safe and protected. However, comfort is the greatest obstacle to personal and mental growth. Every time you choose the path of least resistance, you're reinforcing the habits that keep you stagnant. Think about it. When was the last time you grew in a comfortable situation? Probably never. Growth only happens when you push your limits, when you step into the unknown, when you face something that scares you or makes you feel uneasy. Now, this doesn't mean you need to chase discomfort for the sake of it. It's about strategically choosing to step out of your comfort zone when it counts. Whether it's confronting a difficult conversation, taking on a new challenge at work, or pursuing a goal you're not sure you're ready for. Each of these moments presents an opportunity to train your mind. Every time you feel discomfort, you're not just experiencing an emotion, you're training your mind to withstand it. The more you do this, the easier it becomes to stay grounded in tough situations. And in turn, you become more resilient, more capable of handling whatever life throws your way. It's important to understand that discomfort is not something to fear, but something we should actively seek. By doing so, we not only improve our skills and capabilities, but also train our minds to resist pressure and stay strong in difficult situations. When you embrace discomfort, you are preparing yourself to be unstoppable. Key 2, control your focus. The second key is crucial for your mental growth, controlling your focus. The problem with most people is that they spend too much time focusing on what's wrong. They focus on problems, what isn't working, what they lack, or what they fear. This creates a negative spiral that consumes all their energy and keeps them stuck in a mindset of scarcity and defeat. You might have experienced this before. When things aren't going well, you tend to focus on everything that's not working, and it only makes you feel worse. But here's the thing, focus is a choice. The mental energy you spend on negative thoughts or past failures could be redirected to something that serves you better. But mentally strong people understand a fundamental principle. Where you place your focus, you place your energy. This means that if you focus on what limits you, your fears or things you can't change, you're feeding those emotions and thoughts. On the other hand, if you direct your focus to what you can control, like your actions, positive thoughts, and goals, you're building a path to success. For example, imagine you're going through a tough period in your life, such as losing a job or experiencing a personal failure. People who don't control their focus get stuck in sadness, frustration, and self-criticism. But mentally strong people step back, analyze the situation objectively, and look for the lessons they can learn. They focus on what they can do to move forward, not on what's holding them back. Focus is like a compass. It can guide you toward success or completely divert you from your path. If you want to strengthen your mind, it's essential to learn to choose what deserves your attention and energy. Controlling your focus will give you the power to turn any challenge into an opportunity for growth. Key 3. Reprogram your negative thoughts. Now that you've learned to embrace discomfort and control your focus, we move on to the third key to developing an unbreakable mindset: reprogramming your negative thoughts. It's easy to fall into the trap of negative thinking. The human mind tends to focus on what's wrong, on what could go wrong, on past mistakes, and on fears about the future. This is completely normal, but that doesn't mean we should accept it as something unchangeable. Mentally strong people understand that they can't control all the thoughts that come to their mind, but they can control how they react to them. When a negative thought arises, they don't reject or suppress it. They question it and replace it with something more positive or helpful. This is where the magic happens. By challenging these thoughts, you take away their power over you. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough to do this," what you should do is reprogram that thought by saying, "I have what it takes to learn and improve. Every step I take gets me closer to my goal." This reprogramming process may take time and practice, but what you're doing is transforming your mind to work for you, not against you. The key here is not allowing negative thoughts to define your reality. If you give in to them, you're only sabotaging yourself. If, on the other hand, you challenge them and replace them with thoughts that push you forward, you'll be taking another step toward an unshakable mindset. Now, we move on to the fourth key: discipline as a mental muscle. Discipline isn't just about doing what you have to do when you feel motivated. It's about doing it even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to keep moving forward, even when motivation fades and discomfort increases. This is one of the most powerful keys to forging an unbreakable mind. Think of discipline as a muscle. In the beginning, it may not be easy. At first, you'll feel tempted to give up, to procrastinate, to justify why today isn't the right day. However, true discipline is built when you decide to act even when you don't feel like doing it. Every time you decide to push through resistance, you're strengthening that muscle. When you practice discipline, you're not just training your ability to take action, you're also strengthening your ability to manage your emotions and immediate desires. Instead of giving in to procrastination, you make decisions that move you closer to your goals, not toward immediate gratification. Discipline is what turns dreams into achievements. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline is what allows you to keep working toward your goal, even when circumstances aren't ideal. Think about all the successful people you know. They aren't any smarter or more talented than you. What sets them apart is their ability to maintain discipline, even when everything around them tells them to quit. Key 5. Perseverance in the face of adversity. Finally, we arrive at the last key: perseverance in the face of adversity. This is undoubtedly the most important skill in forging an unbreakable mindset. Perseverance is the ability to keep going, to not give up, even when circumstances seem to be working against you. Life will never be a straight and easy path. There will be obstacles, failures, losses, and times when everything seems to fall apart. But here's the truth many people don't want to hear. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is how many times you get back up. Perseverance is not about avoiding failure. It's about continuing despite it. It's the ability to rise every time you fall, to learn from your mistakes, and to keep moving forward with renewed strength. People who persevere don't have superpowers or special luck. The difference is that they understand that failure is not the end. They see failures as opportunities to learn and grow. Every time you face a difficulty, it gives you the chance to grow stronger, to refine your skills, and to better understand what's driving you toward success. Perseverance is what turns the boldest dreams into achievable realities. It's the ability to keep your eyes on the goal, even when the road becomes dark and difficult to navigate. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about small, constant changes. You don't need to transform overnight. What matters is taking those steps, no matter how small, toward a place where your mind becomes your greatest ally. Life won't always be easy, but with a strong mindset, what seems like an obstacle becomes a lesson. What seemed impossible becomes achievable, and it all starts with a simple decision: the commitment to yourself to never stop moving forward. If this video resonated with you, if you feel something has shifted in your mindset, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and join me for the next step in this journey. Every video here is an opportunity.